Hey, there we go. Um, Welcome back, everyone, to another episode of the Paperless podcast. Hope everyone is having a great day, or night, or evening. I really do not know. Depends on what time are you listening to this. But with me is Adrian. Uh, Curtis couldn't make it because his head ass had to build a desk like 1 hour after the podcast or before. I'm not sure. But yeah, he's building a desk.
As we
So
speak. Fortunately,
as we
couldn't
speak,
be
yeah,
here.
hopefully he will join whenever he can. Um, he
But it's
said
not just
that
us, Pablo. It's
he
not just
said,
you and me.
oh yeah. I will introduce our guest in a few. Just wanted to talk about Curtis dogs in his wall. I
Yeah,
will
he's a
even leave a
sponsor of
link.
101 Dalmatians.
I will leave a link to the image in the description if anyone wants to see it because it's not funny. So today we have the legend itself, the Godfather of Cardistry, one of the Godfathers in my eyes. Like there is a Dave, possibly Brian Tudor, depending on who you are, and Kevin Ho. What's up,
Hello,
Kevin?
everybody. What's up?
How are
Glad
you,
to
bro? How are
be
you
here.
doing?
Did you say how are you?
Wow.
Okay, no, do not cancel me. I
I'm doing
say,
good.
how are you?
I'm doing
Okay,
pretty well. Yeah. Um,
so
the CDC just announced that it's no longer mandatory to wear masks if you are fully vaccinated, and I am. So I'm still gonna wear masks. To establishments like restaurants or grocery stores, just to be safe. But like, it's nice to know that we're heading towards some more normalcy after this whole thing.
Yeah, only took us a year and a half.
Yeah.
I mean, you are at least getting vaccinated. Like me, I'm getting vaccinated until like 2022 or something.
What?
Yeah, like in Mexico, we are getting vaccinated. Like young people, like me, of course. I'm a youngster. Uh, but yeah, we're getting vaccinated in 2022 because right now they are doing elders and people between 40 and 50 years. So my mom is getting vaccinated. My stepdad is getting vaccinated. Most of my family is getting vaccinated except me and my brothers. So we still have to wear a mask.
Damn.
Also,
2022.
I think
It's
that
at least 2 weeks.
In Mexico, we are getting Pfizer. I think, yeah, because it's just one shot.
Oh, really? I thought it was two. I know that Johnson and Johnson was one shot.
Oh, okay. Then we are getting Johnson and Johnson. Yeah,
And
there
I
we
also
go.
know that Johnson and
I'm
Johnson has been
done.
recalled like 3 times.
Oh my
Yeah, because
god.
people were
But
having issues like their blood clotting or something, and it was affecting
Oh
pregnant women,
god.
I think. Right?
but don't worry about that, Paulo. You'll be
I do
fine.
not want my grandma to die, so please, grandma, do not die because she got vaccinated like a few months ago, I think. So yeah, please, granny, do not die. I love you. Please do not get blood clots.
But before this gets sadder than the Yang moment on the last episode,
Oh my god.
we're gonna keep going. Uh, okay, and yeah, shout out Grandma Frey. Creating a real one.
That's a Pablo's
Yeah,
abuelita.
yeah, my
Shout out
abuelita,
abuelitas all over the world. Yeah.
of course. So how does it feel to get like vaccinated? Because personally, I haven't. Like 2022, Mexico is slow as fuck. Our president is stupid. So
I feel
like,
that getting vaccinated gave me the same feeling when I turned 21. Like it's supposed to be this big momentous moment, but like the only thing that changes is like how you're described on a piece of paper.
Very true.
that's that's fair. Like
Yeah.
I have seen news about people like saying why do we have to wear masks if people are getting vaccinated? And it's like, are you that fucking dumb? Like, for real, are you that dumb that you are saying, like, you should not wear masks just because people got vaccinated? Like, you know that you can still get the virus. So it's like, I hate people like that, bro. I don't know why they refuse to wear a mask. Like, even my family, like, my mom is getting vaccinated, like, next week, and she refuses to wear a mask. I literally have to force her to use one. So annoying. Like, just wear
Did
the
you see it as
goddamn
like an
mask.
inconvenience or something? Does she not like wearing them? Is that why? Or is
Yeah,
it like more kind of
no,
political?
she just doesn't like it. Like, she's like, why? Because we got COVID like 2 times
Yeah,
already.
I got COVID last year, like
Yeah.
beginning of the pandemic, and it
Um.
sucked. Like I luckily didn't have any respiratory issues, but I was bedridden for about 2 weeks. It's pretty
Yeah.
miserable.
Like, nobody in the house like got that many symptoms. Like, well, myself, I didn't got any symptoms at all. Like, I remember I just threw up a lot. Like, when I say a lot, I say exorcist type bit. Like, like, yeah, like that. Um, Most of my family threw up. They had diarrhea, a fever, so I had to take care of them for a while. It was all right, because I was the only one like healthy, quote unquote. Uh, but yeah, like that. I think that's why she refuses, because she's like, okay, I already survived COVID twice and stuff like that. It's like, okay, but you have to be responsible for other people. Like, yeah, you survive, but you do not know if, like, the neighbor or the guy in Walmart or the guy in the restaurant might not survive or something like that. Because my step grandma and my step grandpa died of COVID. That was harsh.
Oh shit!
Yeah,
Your mom built different though. That's crazy.
of course, bro. She's Mexican. Like, come on.
But
Come on, you already know how we did.
damn, yeah, I'm half vaccinated. I got my first shot. Shot on Moderna. Um, my arm swelled up and it hurt for a solid week, but I'm chilling. My third leg has been growing just fine. Helps me get places quicker. Um, besides that, yeah. Besides making me more handsome, no other side effects.
Is that even possible, Adrian? That you can become more handsome than you already are?
Yeah, that's a good question. Pablo,
You're
just
perfect.
don't link. Thank you. Stop it. No, you. Yeah, Pablo, please don't link a picture of me in the comments.
I will link a picture of
Everybody's
Adrian
gonna
in the
fact
picture, a
check
comments.
me.
picture of Adrian's third leg, and it's perfect.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, they just
Independent
shut.
fact checkers say this source is fake.
They shot the vaccine straight into his dick. Oh, it's swelled up. It's
He
swelled
became a tripod out of nowhere.
up. Like those things
I
from
never
War of the
said it was
World.
the COVID vaccine.
Instead of the
But yeah,
human
man.
centipede, is the human tripod.
What the fuck?
Off
Oh,
the rails. Today we are off the rails.
No filter. No filter.
No filter.
Straight facts. No
um, this was supposed to be the magic episode so far. The only magic we're talking about is the magic pill. But
Oh, it's sponsored by Blue Chew. Use code Adrian's third leg for a 20% discount code.
I got
yeah,
so many Blue Chew ads like on my Instagram at one point, and I'm like, what
Oh,
have
damn.
I been saying that the NSA's been picking up to make them think that I need?
I mean, too much porn. Something like looking at too much porn, or you are either looking at porn or escorts. So, no. Just
Well,
saying.
I guess that explains a lot.
yeah, Kevin, I
just
told you
saying.
not to hit me up on the website. Just hit me up on Instagram. But yeah, crazy
Sliding into
stuff.
the DMs
Yeah.
with my
Actually,
tripod.
like low-key talking about escorts, I checked out this website that
Don't
it's
talk about my
supposed
mom again. Oh, yeah,
this
yeah.
guy, oh my god. So yeah, like there's this website that you can actually book porn stars. I thought it was a lie, but in LA there are so many, bro. In LA and New York, there are like 90% of the escorts there are porn stars. So it's actually surprising to
Damn.
me, at least, like how many uh, adult actresses you can bang for a few $100.
Did you check out the female side as well?
This guy.
All right.
Yeah, like you want to bang Johnny Sims?
Johnny Sins is on Cameo, actually, I think.
Yeah,
Do a custom birthday video for you if you want.
I would actually. Like, I want to get one for my brother. Yeah, it will be funny for me at least. I don't know. As long as I'm laughing, it's fine.
That'll hold up.
Of course.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, speaking of, I just got the idea. Like, what if for a trick, you could force a celebrity and then force a card or something, and then you bought the cameo, and you can do that.
So,
Asha Gray.
fuck you, Gray. We are back. The podcast got cut because the fucking bot we used it failed. So, fuck you, Gray. We were talking about Sasha Grey, I think. To be honest, I think that the bot cringed away. So it makes sense. Oh, okay. So, what were you saying, Kelly, about like meeting Sasha Grey? I think something like
Yeah,
that.
I had the wonderful opportunity to meet the lady Sasha Grey, signing in LA sometime in 2000. She was so nice. Like, she's a real people person. Innuendo intended.
Very
But
much so.
I got to show her a card trick too. She liked
Wow.
it. It was this trick called Colossal Killer by Kenton Nepper, and it's one where you have a person name a card and then pull that card out of your wallet. Great trick.
Like
Very cool.
if it was me, I would have done like a trick to get her number. I don't know, something like that. Or yeah, French kiss.
Oh my god.
I mean,
I don't know.
I probably would have gotten French AIDS if I did it, but
This guy, oh my god.
Going gonorrhea.
We cannot get cancelled, Adrian. Wait until
Not yet.
3 episodes in, at least.
Good. All right. So
how are you gonna cancel a podcast no one listens to?
Damn.
Roasted. Okay, he roasted.
All right.
Did I just cancel myself?
Damn.
Okay.
All right.
He pulled out the MGK like I had to give you a career to destroy it.
Yeah.
I'm gonna let you finish.
Okay, so talking about like stuff and inspiration, I actually wanted to talk about aerodynamics. Like, what was the inspiration for creating aerodynamics and momentum itself?
Triangle and a rectangle.
It's like shapes, just shapes, you know.
Yeah.
I was watching Sesame Street, and no, aerodynamics came out of a conversation that I had with Chris Severson, where I just told him, "What if a deck of cards told you what to do?" And so we both went in different paths. He took that idea and created Technique playing cards, which you guys will know as that deck that has like colored lines along the border, and you're supposed to be like, okay, I'll only contact the yellow sides with my fingers, or I'll only use purple, or I'll only use red. And you can do that as a challenge to yourself, or use that to create new moves because of the way that it forces your hands into new and unexpected positions on the deck. And the direction that I went with that concept was a deck of cards that had arrows pointing in every kinds of directions, to make it so that not only would it give you hints of where you could move, but you could also design moves with the cards so that they would be better with the arrows on them. So initially, I just took a blank card and I drew an arrow on the back of it, and that was what I experimented with a little bit. And because I only had a few cards, one of the things that I was doing with it was isolations. And the breakthrough for me came about when I added another arrow on the face of the card that was facing horizontally instead of vertically. And I discovered that when you were doing certain kinds of isolations, when you turned the card over, it would create a new direction. You could to create flowing sequences and intuitive actions. I made a demo video with a couple of MPC printouts that I showed at the Berlin Cardistry Con, and Bertz and I packaged them in like little envelopes of 4 cards that you could add to your deck instead of the ad cards, so you could incorporate those into your moves. And that was kind of it for a while. Like, to be honest, I didn't really follow up on the idea after the con because I was busy dating Caroline Raven, so I got kind of distracted.
Wait, hold on. What? You dated Caroline Raven? That's news to me. To be honest,
really?
That's news to me. Yeah, I didn't know.
Let's talk about it.
I knew she was or used to date Shin Lim at a point. Because I remember this. Like, I know this is not just
son, getting passed around more than a deck at a jam, bro.
Jesus, that's not nice.
No, it's
I know I did not just came up with this in my mind or something like that. I remember I saw a photo that she posted of she and Shin Lim in the bed, like waking up.
Right.
I remember, like waking up, not having sex, like waking up.
Yeah, I mean, I knew that she was dating Shin Lim because I think there was a video that, I don't think Berger shot it, but I think there was a Swedish person who made a video of Shin Lim's time visiting the magic shop in Sweden. And she was there. I don't remember what exactly led me to connect the dots, but I knew that she had been dating him. And when Caroline and I first met, I asked her, like, how's Shin doing? And she was like, oh, he's okay, but we're not dating anymore. So, yeah, like, after the Berlin con, we started going out.
So she basically a cloud chaser, a cloud goblin. She saw the opportunity, Kevin. There she was like, nah, I can get more cloud from Shin.
Yeah, these guys are good with their hands, so I gotta hop on that.
My God, no.
I have been told.
Okay, but to be honest, this is actually news for me. I didn't knew you dated Caroline Raven. Like, how did that happen?
We just started like talking a lot during the convention, and there was an after party. We both attended, we had some drinks. Yeah, just bonded really well, and she had some extra days in Berlin afterward, and so did I. So we started going out, and I visited Denmark and Sweden with her. We traveled quite a bit, and then when I had to go back to Singapore to continue work, she visited me at one point. It was really nice of her. And I visited her in Sweden again while she was auditioning for Sweden's Got Talent. Stay with her at her place for a minute. It was a fun time.
Next thing you know, that's the story of how Baby Ho came to be.
Well, actually, she's pregnant right now. Not mine, but she has twins on the way.
I mean, you should. I don't know, if I see some Asian eyes or some Asian hair in that baby, it's a little bit sus.
It's sus. It's sus. No, it's been 5 years, so I can safely say that it's longer than the gestation period.
Good.
Okay, I'm gonna trust you. I'm gonna trust you. Who knows?
Yeah, please, on the podcast title, one of the things is going to be Kevin's Fallout game. I'm going 5 years strong.
That's where the arrow card was pointing, so I had to do
it. Yo, out of pocket.
Aerodynamics.
Oh wow! God. Yeah.
Aerodynamics. I don't
Yeah,
know. I'm running out.
yeah.
Oh,
You just
talking about like decks. I remember you made a deck of an anus.
Yes.
That deck
Now,
is legendary.
yeah, fuck aerodynamic. This is the real shit.
The
yeah.
anus deck. Yeah.
Yeah,
You heard it here first.
I was talking to Oliver Sogard on Facebook Messenger, and out of nowhere, I was like, "Yo, I just had an idea. What about like a tally ho deck, but instead of a tally ho circle, it's just like
Oh
a
my
giant
god.
asshole." I don't remember what he responded with,
A gaping asshole.
but as soon as I got back, I was like, I got to do this. And props to NPC for like not giving a fuck.
Yeah, printing. Yeah. Because
Yeah, because can you imagine the uncut sheet of that? They're just staring at it in the factory, and they're like, "What have we done to
oh my
deserve
god.
this?"
Like I remember talking to you about this at some point, and I gave you a sick idea about the anus deck. Like
Hmm.
make each ass a different porn star ass, like the Pornhub deck, but instead of the face on the body is the asshole.
Yeah, and
Well,
I remember when I visited Mexico, where I met you, Pablo.
yeah.
One of the things that I picked up on the side of the road was one of those, I think, memorandum decks. I don't think they were called that. It was like one of those memory matching things, right?
Oh yeah,
Where
yeah.
there's like pairs of cards that you can like turn over and they would match like a memory game. Mine was like Dora the Explorer theme. But if you had it with the porn stars assholes, you could like see if you could, oh, this is, so and
Oh
so's
my
anus and it matches with this one or what. And like this one's
wow.
got a prolapse on it, so it's probably Ava Divine or whatever. This one's shaven, this one's waxed, this one's brown, this one's black.
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. I think the animation in my Discord glitched, so okay, it's back. It's back. I wasn't sure everyone could hear me. I was
Yeah.
tapping my microphone, like,
No.
can they hear me? But
Or another
okay.
idea is that when you riffle through the backs, the hole like opens and
Oh
closes.
yeah, it gapes. Yeah, it starts normal and then it starts gaping and like a
That's
ball comes out in the ass or
that's
something.
Bloom 3. That's Bloom 3.
Or the prolapse scalp.
oh my god. Like like I remember talking to you about a lot of concepts about decks. I don't know if you want to talk about that. Like I know you have few ideas about decks like that.
Go ahead.
Well, yeah, like I remember you wanted to do like a line of like this deck is a tit or something like that.
Shafts. I remember talking about shafts with
Oh yeah,
years.
shafts.
Like
Yeah,
every card would be like the
an inch.
midsection of a
Yeah,
dick,
yeah,
and then
yeah,
the jokers would be a tip and the balls instead
yeah.
of like two jokers. So you could do yo and just have like a giant penis appearing in midair in front of you.
yeah. Like props to yours because he was actually down to print those.
Yeah, because well, you guys know the reason that the first Face Oka deck that anyone printed, they couldn't do it through USPC. They had to use a different printer because of USPC's strong guideline against having nudity or pornographic images on their cards.
Yeah,
So
I
from
think
tip
they
it,
used MPC. I'm pretty sure
really?
they used MPC. Yeah, yeah.
Huh. Oh,
Because I
I thought it might have been like one of those Taiwan.
no, because I remember like I don't know if it was Adrian or someone else in like our group chat that
They sent a
uh
close-up picture
yeah
of
they cleanse us.
NPC's the one,
Yeah,
and then they sent a close-up picture of the back design for Face Oka, and the
it was the
finishes
same.
look really identical. But then if you look at the product page for Face Oka's, it said "Made in USA / Taiwan," and I mean I'm not
I
that
mean,
familiar
but
with Taiwan decks, but
NPC is Taiwan, I think. Like I'm
Really?
pretty
oh
sure
right,
it's not in the USA
yeah, then that I guess that checks
because
out
when
then.
I printed the Misprint Protos, it came from I think Asia. I'm pretty
Yeah,
sure it
yeah.
was somewhere in Asia.
Yeah, I thought the NPC was Hong Kong based because they attended the Hong Kong Cardistry Con and did this presentation, and they were also they brought along the beta ones, with them to let people try.
They probably just walked there.
Everywhere's walking distance if you have the time.
Yeah, that's true.
It's a long
As
walk,
Forrest
bro.
Gump. Shout
Yeah.
out Forrest Gump.
Shout out Forrest Gump. Although 1994, Forrest Gump won Best Picture, but that's the same year that both, I believe, Shawshank Redemption and Pulp Fiction came out. So I love Forrest Gump, but I think Pulp Fiction should have won.
I like Forrest Gump more because the movie itself is really like family friendly. Like it's something I can watch with my family. Pulp Fiction is something I want to watch by myself just to focus on what's happening.
Mm-hmm.
So that's
I
the
can
only
relate to
reason.
that. I think in recent years, I've transitioned from being a former film snob in film school and have seen movies as more of a social activity. Like, I
Yeah.
tend not to really watch. I think the last time I watched a movie by myself was when I watched Soul on Disney Plus.
Oh,
For the most part, like I've been watching movies with like family members or with like friends, and it's nice to just have company.
like I haven't watched a movie since Godzilla and King Kong and
I was
versus King Kong or something like that.
versus Kong.
Yeah, I haven't seen a movie since that. Like I have been, I think I became a otaku because I've been watching hella anime. Like, bro, I'm about to buy a waifu pillow or
Waifu
something.
pillow. Yo,
Yeah.
Pablo, you should check out the YouTube series Anime Crimes Division. It's by
I will check
Rocket
it
Jump.
out.
It's by Rocket Jump, and it stars Pro ZD. He's like the chubby Asian guy with glasses that you've probably seen in like a
Oh
lot of
yeah,
skits.
yeah,
Yeah, he's great.
yeah.
And yeah, like the first episode is about subs versus dubs, and there's an episode about like people. There's like a black market for Yu-Gi-Oh cards. And there's another one about like a Gundam figurines. So like I think if you're in the anime sphere, you'd really appreciate it. I've been watching it recently, and it's great.
I hate when people watch anime in like dub because it takes out the experience of it. Like
Yeah.
I use this service. I might just say why join the navy when you can be a pirate. So yeah, I use this service to watch anime, and the first option that comes is a dub. I'm like, no, I'm not watching that. I just play sub. Like I would rather read than hear the voice that is not the real voice.
I think I'm in the middle about it. Like if it came down to it, I would prefer stuff to be subtitled, especially because there's like movies like Old Boy, and I guess for people who are too lazy to read, they probably are what led to the Spike Lee's remake with Josh Brolin that sucked.
Old Boy is such a gem. Like
The Old Boy is amazing. That's like my third
yeah,
favorite movie.
yeah. I watched it recently. Not the new Old Boy with
Yeah, no,
yeah,
don't.
that one. No, the old one. I didn't finish it because it became kind of gruesome at a point.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
It's a
when
violent
he
movie.
was when he was almost molesting his daughter. That was yeah. I had to turn it off.
Yeah, that's not a movie like Forrest Gump where you can watch it with your family for more
Yeah,
reasons than one.
exactly.
With your step family, though.
I
What
mean,
are you
of
doing,
course.
step bro? People always say, "What are you doing, step bro?" But no one asks, "How are you doing,
How are you
step
doing,
bro?"
step bro? Wow.
That reminds me of the Mario Judah meme. Like everybody asks like,
Where the
where the
fuck
fuck
is
is
Mario?
Mario Judah? But nobody asks, how is Mario Judah? Yeah.
Deep.
So yeah, changing subjects. I know you are one of the godfathers of cardistry. So how I wanted to ask, how was the cardistry community in the past? Like way before the boom of the community.
Um, so I'm gonna be unfiltered in this response, and I hope no one takes this the wrong way. But cardistry felt like being magic gay, if that makes any sense. And that, I mean, like, um, because a lot of people who got into cardistry were also doing magic, and because there's a big stigma against flourishing in the magic community, they're like, oh, it's a waste of time, it's magical masturbation, like what
Playing
point
with
does this have?
cards.
This isn't like amazing or astonishing, magic, just a waste of time. It felt like you were kind of a closeted, card flourisher, and you couldn't really be like public.
Yeah, that totally
But
makes sense.
over time, we have Pride
Uh,
Parade and artistry.
Sorry to interrupt, but I think
Yeah.
that your audio is cutting off
Oh,
at
me?
some point. Yeah, like
Oh, shit. It's just gonna
um,
come in in chops and chunks, and then it's just gonna be me saying
yeah,
artistry is
they're
gay.
going to be like,
And
okay, so
gay
cardistry is gay.
and
Okay,
closeted.
closeted. Okay,
Yeah.
Brian Tudor. Yeah, it makes sense.
Um,
Look at it, ain't Bobo. Okay.
but yeah, there were only so many other people who also appreciated card flourishing at the time, and it was far and few between. And most of them were hybrid magicians as well. So it felt like something that was only appreciated by a very, very small audience because there wasn't a layperson audience for it at the time. We didn't have YouTube. Stuff hadn't gone viral on Reddit yet. There wasn't Instagram. So we were really performing for each other and ourselves. And I guess that the people who stuck with it are just the people who found cardistry to be addictive, that you would do it regardless of people's appraisal, attention, or approval.
It makes sense because like it's addicting. Like once you get into cardistry, you're always doing something with your hands. As long as you have cards, you are just moving the cards, trying to come up with new displays or ideas or moves, openers, whatever.
Yeah,
So
I mean,
yeah,
and even if I haven't been creating stuff in a while, because that's a very involved process, I'm practicing all the time. And I've been in my fair share of relationships where, I'll be watching a movie with my girlfriend, and one arm will be around her, and the other hand will be just doing one-handed cuts. A lot of people can relate to them. I don't
I
know.
can't. I can't. I do not
Can't
have a
relate.
girlfriend. Like
A lot of people doesn't include
sad.
me.
Yeah, a lot of people in the cardistry community can't. But good flex.
Face with no GF.
Yeah,
Yeah.
sad. But anyways, moving on.
That's a
We're,
traumatic
we're,
theme for Adrian.
what were we talking
Alright.
about? Buttholes? Not so long
Yeah,
ago.
Yeah,
buttholes.
I have one more thought to add
I
to
have
that.
one of
So
those.
the
Okay, go
creation.
ahead.
Oh, that's more relatable. Yeah. So when I was doing research for the a good photo to use for the asshole deck, I discovered that
Okay.
if you typed in asshole into Google Images, you just get pictures of like douchebags, like people who are assholes. So in order to find like a suitable photo, you have to type in gaping asshole, and that's how I found the image that I ended up using for that deck.
It kind of makes sense
That's
to me
fun.
at least because like asshole, like if you say to someone in the streets asshole, it's like an insult. It's not like yeah asshole. They are like yeah we have one something like that. So yeah,
You talking to me?
yeah. He
That's
turns
like if I
over and he turns over and his head starts to moving like are you talking to me?
I say tripod, and then Adrian turns around.
Yeah. Um. Also, I wanted to talk about you being the reason why Jaspers is a cardist right now. I remember hearing somewhere that Jaspers used to be a magician. Did
Oh
you taught
yeah,
him cardistry?
I introduced him to cardistry, so we have a very entwined relationship because we used to go to school together. I was in his class, and him showing me a card trick was how I got into Magic. So I owe like my origins in particular to Jasmus, and he is also the reason why I have the username that I do on social networking sites. Visual madness was Jasmus's pull quote when describing one of Huron's tricks. and I like the phrase, so I ended up adopting it on like pretty much everything, even my email. Is visual means of email. And about a year that I was into Magic, I met Boneho, and he showed me like Sybil and the Anaconda and all that. And so I've been practicing Cap Casino's version of Sybil, and I showed it to Jaspis, and um, afterwards he started to get into it too. So I guess we kind of created each other. He's like one of my oldest friends, and like when I went from the local Singapore schools to the international school, we used to call each other every day. We had like a real bromance going. We still do. A lot of mutual respect for each other. Yeah, I'm happy to see that he's doing well and an integral part of the community. He's like really consistent with his content, always entertaining, super nice guy, and skilled in his own way.
But like Jaspers is cool, but to be honest, his latest deck isn't it?
The School of Cardistry, was it V5?
Yeah, those are horrendous.
I think I caught a glimpse of them on like Leon's stream that he's been doing on Twitch. But they're okay. Like it's very safe colors.
It looks old. That's the thing. It looks outdated. Yeah, but like, okay, if he likes it, he likes it. Like freshman year deck got funded, so no surprise.
Oh, speaking of decks that have gotten funded, that troll decks, thing.
Oh yeah,
That was like a riff on the checkerboards. It was like Chinese chess.
yeah. The anyone ripoff. It's
Well,
not a ripoff because it's a parody.
that's a parody anywhere worldwide, I think.
Yeah.
That's funny. It gives me hope that maybe some of my like silly ideas might gain some traction.
Bro, as long as it has your name attached to it, it will get funded. Like, come on.
I really want to do the wider backs, but Bicycle won't let me.
For real?
Yeah, I
Did you
remember
ask
selling
him?
them for the first time. I freaked out.
What was that, Adrian?
First time I saw the wider backs, I freaked out. You remember I DM'd you on Instagram?
Yeah.
This was some time ago, but yeah.
Yeah, it's a good idea. I just want to see them hanging sideways in a Walmart somewhere.
And then
Like
he
it
was
would.
so clever.
Yeah, like I could kind of just do the face concept with a different back, but I think there's something about the familiarity of a bicycle rider back. Sorry, rider, a
Yeah.
bicycle rider back that makes it so jarring because it
Yeah.
looks wrong. It looks wrong.
I want to go back to something you said earlier. Just a real quick question.
Yeah.
I thought Visual Madness came from the trailer that you did for your book.
Smooth operations?
Yeah.
Oh no. Visual Madness
And
was
you told me that Jaspers was the one.
yeah, it was
Coined the term. Crazy.
There was a
Kevin
long
Moore.
time where I like didn't entertain calling him Jaspers because his real name is not Jaspers, it's Justin.
Justin.
I would like compromise every now and then by just calling him Jay. It's like a in between thing. But these days I don't mind calling him Jaspers. That's what he goes by.
The magic of Jasper.
Oh, I remember that, yeah. You guys know where Jasper's deck comes from, right?
I do not. Like, I do not follow Jaspers that much.
It's an anagram of Jack Spade. So if you rearrange the letters and you extract the word deck from that, he took the leftover letters, and that's how
That's actually smart.
That's why his cards, like, when he makes Jasper's decks,
Yeah, it's like
the
a
Jack of
spade.
Spades is always, like, different.
Oh,
Special.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Makes sense.
Whoa.
Yep.
Big
You heard it here first. Big revelations.
Probably.
Kevin dated Caroline, Jasper's deck.
Yeah, that's
Mysteries
going to be in the title. Like,
Sasha Grey, Kevin's communist Nazi past.
oh my god,
Yeah.
no! Do not bring that back.
Yes.
Do not bring that back. That was in closed doors. Nobody knows about that conversation.
Yeah.
I have to clear it up now that I've said it, and I'll just be brief.
Yeah.
I'll be brief. So the Nazis took the swastika from the Asian and Buddhist communities and perverted it by like in the same way that, an upside down cross is like the Antichrist version of typical cross, right? It's a subversion of that. So the Nazis took the swastika and inverted it, and we turned it like on a diagonal axis, and that's we've come to associate that symbol. But its original meaning was, very tuned with like a peaceful kind of philosophy in Buddhism. And so when I was young, the school that I got into in Singapore, the primary school that I went to, was literally called Red Swastika Primary School, and their
Oh
emblem
my
was a
god.
giant red swastika, and we all wore those on our uniform.
Oh my god.
And I did
Coincidentally,
not
on a red
know.
band around your arm.
Yeah, I did not understand the implications of that until much later in life.
And it's like, it's not even just the swastika. He got the red.
Yeah.
Like,
Base Kevin.
what?
The origins of Base Kevin.
Red
was
television
the,
primary
was
too.
the swastika white, black, or yellow?
It was red.
The swastika.
Yeah, red swastika.
Damn.
Oh, okay.
That's kind of drippy.
Not,
But
not
anyways,
that
that's besides the
communist.
point.
Yeah, because McDonald's colors, that's communism.
Wow, what a coincidence.
There was
Yeah,
a
what
recent
a
video
coincidence.
talking about how the reason why McDonald's ice cream machines are always broken.
Yeah, why is that?
From what I remember of how it was described to me, because I didn't watch the video, my friends and I were just talking about it. There's like the McDonald's has struck a deal with a particular ice cream machine company that owns their proprietary equipment, and it's more profitable for them to have the machines broken than it is to have them running. And because it costs so much money, McDonald's just like, never mind, just put up with these broken ice cream machines. But I've had the opportunity to get ice cream cones from there every now and then when I'm lucky and they're getting.
Yeah, once a month, it's a nice feeling when they don't say that the machine is broken.
Yeah.
And that's not only in the US. That happens here too. Like,
Oh, wow.
yeah.
Ice cream machine is broken worldwide.
You new deck, new brand. Who knows?
Yeah.
Yep. Whoa.
There was this viral prank that went on a couple years ago called coning. Do you guys know about this?
That you grab.
No.
Yeah. So
Yeah. So Adrian knows what I'm talking about.
You get an ice cream from McDonald's, and this became a trend because they put them on special. They made them like 69 cents or something like that.
Yeah.
Or 59 rather. And so when the McDonald's employee goes to give you your ice cream cone, obviously he's holding it in front of you by the ice cream cone. What you do, because you are so funny and clever and quirky, you grab the ice cream, buy the ice cream part, act as if nothing happened, and you're like, all right, thank you.
Yeah. I guess the most normal thing in the world, you just grab the ice cream and you just start shoving it into your mouth. Thank you.
Oh,
Wait,
I wish.
how much
Who
is
got that
it
kind of money?
and McDonald's ice cream in the US?
Like $1.
I remember it being like $1 something last time I was there, which to me is
Wait,
overpriced. Because I remember in Singapore it was like 50 cents, and that's like Singapore 50 cents, which comes out to maybe like 30 cents here.
Yeah, in Mexico it costs like 14 pesos. That's less than $1. Yeah, like
makes sense.
crazy that it costs $1 in the US. The fuck? I'm not paying 20 pesos for a fucking McDonald's ice cream.
Yeah, especially not a McDonald's ice cream.
Yeah, no.
Like McDonald's ice cream is there because you just happen to be in the vicinity after you've had a meal and you're feeling like a dessert. You're like, well, I guess I got ice cream. I don't feel like investing in a full McFlurry right now. So I'll compromise and get the next best thing. Get an ice cream cone.
Oh, true.
You know what? In the McDonald's menu is horrendous. Like, I will never order that shit ever again. Like the pie. The pineapple pie. That shit is horrendous.
I don't think we have those over here. We have the apple pie.
Oh, we have pineapple and apple. We have both. But
I
those
have
are.
Yeah.
Oh, this guy! Oh my god. But yeah, those are horrible. Like the worst pie I have ever gotten. Not a cream pie, a normal pie.
They also come in the form of like a hot pocket, The apple
Yeah,
pies.
yeah.
And sometimes they're like too hot, and you like take the bite, and the outside is kind of cool, but the inside is just molten
Yeah,
lava, and you just have to
yeah.
suffer through it.
So when I got it, I just ate the outside like a weirdo because the inside tasted awful.
That reminds me of that girl who almost broke up with her boyfriend because he's eating Kitkats wrong. Instead of breaking them in half, he just takes a bite out of the middle, and she got so
What?
disturbed by
That's a
it.
sin. That's a cardinal sin. No, you do not eat Kit Kats that way. Hell no. Actually, do you know that Kit Kats have more Kit Kat inside? Kit Kats are made out of Kit Kats. So you basically have layers and layers of Kit Kat inside Kit Kat inside Kit Kat.
Oh, so there's like a inner layer that's then coated with more chocolate?
Yeah.
Huh.
If you break a Kit Kat in half, you can see that there are like I think two more Kit Kats inside. Yeah,
Right.
that's that's just a useless fact. I know.
Do you guys enjoy Ferrero Rochers? You know what I'm talking about? Like the
Yeah, I like them. I like
Yeah,
them.
those are always fun because you have like the hazelnut outer layer. Once that's done, you have like the cracker sphere
Yeah.
inside. Then there's like a nut inside. I think.
Do you like
Oh,
Raffaello's?
I don't know what they are.
It's like the same brand of Ferrero's, but they are made out of coconut.
Oh,
They are
that sounds
white.
nice.
Yeah, it's like white Ferrero Rocher, but instead of chocolate, it's coconut. So tasty. Best not chocolate ever because I don't know if it's chocolate or not. But they are really tasty and they are cheaper, like way cheaper than the normal chocolate. Yeah. Our silence. Uh,
I have
yeah.
nothing to add. I think this about wraps up the treats.
Yeah, the drinks section. So moving on from this, I actually wanted to talk about the future of aerodynamics, not only because I'm afraid that I'm out of a job, but because it's actually something interesting.
Yeah, I think that as it goes on, I want to explore what the visual representation of direction looks like. So the first three are based on just my own handiwork, but as we all know, that's not the only kind of arrow. And there are things that have directional look to them that aren't in that particular format. And I also want to experiment with like different kinds of inks, and there was the gilded edition that came out with the V3s. Um, and there's also the potential to like do something that's more omnidirectional, which I guess is kind of counter to what the intent of them were in the beginning. But it might be interesting to experiment with that.
Yeah.
Yeah, like I think
Of
for
course,
right now though, yeah.
I know what you're talking about. I won't say, but yeah, something really cool. What were you about to say before I interrupt you?
Oh yeah, I was gonna say that currently though with Momentum, I do want to branch out into other design besides just aerodynamics. So I've got something in the works that is of a different theme that I'm pretty excited to drop later this year. And yeah, I'm also working some other concepts that are still in their very early stages, but will be cool once they're
So
finalized.
I still have a job. That's nice. Good to
Mhm.
know.
Yeah.
Good to know. Actually, it's annoying that I haven't got my B2s. Like, I got the B3s faster than the B2s. The B2s haven't arrived.
You still haven't got your V2s.
Yeah, it's crazy because I remember that you sent them before the B3s.
Shit.
And I already got the B3s, but not the B2s. And it's like,
I might just
wait,
have to
what?
send them to you from here. Like, it's one of the gamblers. You should have received. I guess if you
Yeah,
haven't,
it's really odd.
I don't mind sending them your way.
It's super odd
Yeah, I was
because
very happy with how the V3s turned in. Great.
yeah, like my personal favorite is the B2s because the look of it. I'm a bitch for yellow, orange, and green. So those
Yeah,
three colors are
I
like my
think that
favorites.
what makes the V2s attractive is that it's not just that the color scheme is yellow, but it's that it's relatable because we've all seen road signs that have like that same color scheme of like it just makes sense to adapt that into.
That's that's really cool. Actually, it's funny that I wanted to collect one of each aerodynamics deck, like momentum line itself,
Mhm.
but then you came up with the gilded ones, and I'm not getting a gilded one, and I'm not asking for one because I know they're hella limited,
Uh-huh.
so are more expensive. But now I do not have the full collection because I do not have gilded. I will probably buy it in the future because like if you send me one, that's like money out of momentum's pocket, and I do not want that
Right.
because I know those are hell expensive to do. Yeah, awkward silence again.
Dead air. Dead air.
Dead air. I don't know what Adrian's doing. Probably talking with his abuelita.
Right. Yeah, he's muted.
Yeah.
I want to take this moment to give a shout out to Invincible. Have you seen it?
No.
So it's on Amazon Prime Video, and it's based on the comic series Invincible. Um, it's fantastic. Like it is, I think it's rated like TVMA for like violence and language. And when you're watching the first episode, you're like, you know what? It's pretty tame. Then the after credit scene pops up, and you're like, oh shit. Uh-oh. Oh boy.
That sounds cool.
This is about a teenager uh is a father that's a superhero from like a different planet. Teenager son starts to develop his own powers and gets in. There's a dark secret you get to see unfold in the series. Yeah, it's entertaining, it's engaging, it's full of awesome characters, and it's really fun and visual and really Adrian's getting yelled at.
He's like, no, abuelita, I'm sorry. Like, yo, he actually wrote. Hold up, I'm getting yelled at. What the fuck?
Yeah.
Okay, odd, but okay. So, I wanted to talk about like, do you have any plans for collabs in the future, like with brands like Fontaine? Like, I would actually like to see anyone aerodynamics or like a Fontaine aerodynamics. I think
Yeah,
that that will look real cool.
I do have. I actually have a collab in the works. It's not with one of the major brands that we know, but it's with and who also had his own uh, deck coming out. You
I think that your audio is cutting off really bad. Barely heard any of what you said.
know. Good luck in the editing room. Um, yeah, I am working on a collab currently. That's the next deck. It's not with any of the major brands, but I'm still very excited about it because it's with a friend who I vibe with. He had a deck come out a few years ago. Did pretty decently. So I'm interested to see how people receive this deck. I like it, and I also like that I can use it for Magic as well because I've been getting back into Magic lately. It's very fun.
It's exciting, like for real. Um,
Do you do Magic, Pablo?
I used to. I think I don't know if I told you, but I used to be a magic consultant for Gibrisi.
I did not know that. What?
Yeah, I way back in the day when I used to create magic for magicians.
Mhm.
Yeah, I used to do magic consulting. I still do it, but for like low key. Well, not anymore because homie blew up. But okay, like with low key artists like Gibrisi and one of my homies, HB Mahia. Both of them are just blowing up right now. Like, well, Gibrisi kinda died, to be honest. Like, he's not relevant anymore, not even as a meme. But yeah, my other homie is actually doing pretty good. I think he has like 2 million followers on TikTok and like 150,000 followers on Instagram, something like that. And I'm currently doing magic consulting for him, like help fuck helping him out with like tricks and stuff, trying to figure out ways to introduce new stuff to his magic act. Like, yeah, most of these stuff. Well, not now because of the pandemic, but I used to go to his shows with him because he used to do a show in a local theater. And yeah, I had to come out with ideas on the spot. So it was like, yeah, I need something to introduce this and this. And it was like, I remember this old trick from this one book by Juan Tamariz that I read that so many years ago. So you
which
could
one
do
was
that.
it? 5 points or?
No. The trick where you have 6 cards, then you throw out 3, then you have 6 again.
Oh, it's like a 6-card repeat kind of thing.
Yeah. I remember that. I had to make the gimmick with the stuff we had right there. So I ended up making it with like the deck he was going to use, then like tape that someone had for some reason, and we didn't have scissors, so I had to use like a knife or something like that. So that's pretty exciting because I try to come up with ways to do magic with what I had. And yeah,
Your
for you,
exposure? Did I just walk into exposure? Cancel?
no.
All right.
And like with Gibrisi, it was basically like helping. Fuck, why cannot say that word? Helping him out. Yeah, there we go. Helping him out with like ideas for his tricks. Like I remember way back in the day, like way back, like 4 or 5 years ago, we used to jam in Skype. Like he had an idea, and I was like, yeah, I think you can fuse that with this, and then do that. If you go to Penguin Magic and type my name,
Actually.
I'm pretty sure there is a trick with me and Gibrisi.
Let go.
Yeah, the hip hop illusionist.
He doesn't even do magic anymore. So
Yeah, he doesn't.
thank God.
Man.
He was dookie at it
The
anyways.
homie was like, who is her name?
There's like Houdini.
Yeah.
Is that you?
Yeah. Like that's a trick I came up with.
Chap rap.
Chap rap with Gibrisi. Yeah. That's the trick I made with him.
Wow, I had no idea.
Pretty nice trick.
All this stuff on Penguin. That's cool.
Pretty nice trick.
You also
Gravity.
got some Cardini work on Penguin.
Yeah, I have a book in Cardini. I actually was writing another one in Cardini before I got burned out in Magic, and I just quit it. But yeah, I don't think I can do Cardini anymore, like as good as I used to. Yeah,
There's been a lot of stuff that I can't do anymore because of the difference in weather and humidity in the States. I've been used to Singapore weather all my life, but my hands have become really dry recently, and I've had to use hand cream whenever I do video shoots or like Instagram lives. So I feel like I have lost my abilities in a way.
Where there is some stuff that I cannot do anymore because of the way that my body reacts. Because I develop psoriasis in my body. Basically, my hands get super dry. My entire skin gets super dry, like dry at the point that it looks like I got burned. like actual burn, like someone holds fire and started burning my skin.
Oh shit.
Yeah. So I have to use hella cream, but even even at that point, it looks bad. So yeah, I cannot get in like super hot weather because my skin starts going horrendous. And yeah, because my hands get pretty dry, I cannot do a lot of stuff I was able to do back in the day. Yeah.
Yeah, I was trying to do a pinky pull down the other day, and I just didn't have enough friction to do it, so I just ended up looking like crap.
I mean, you can always use sweat or spit
Or tears, or blood.
or tears, yeah, or
Or
blood or
actually, I don't know
cum
about that one.
or like
Well, okay, Pablo. Yeah, thank you for
or
reading
like
my mind.
shit
Wasn't
water.
there that like meme or post a while ago where like the reason why Noel's so good at isolation is because of all the pussy juice on his fingers?
I
Damn, I wouldn't be
mean, kind of
surprised.
true though. Yeah,
Huh?
homie getting
Crazy.
all the coochie right now makes sense.
No,
Noel
but
be the
like
real coochie man.
legit,
Yeah.
legit.
Yeah.
Like sometimes I yawn, right? And you know, when you yawn, you get tears. Sometimes
Yep.
if I take the tears and I put them on my fingers, I can isolate a card, like angel a card, for at least 3 minutes. It's insane.
The fuck. It's
Wow.
Try
because
it
of the
out.
salt water.
Next time you cry because you're so ugly, put it on your
They
finger
say,
and try angeling a card. That shit's gonna stick there all day.
I'll
yeah,
just go to the source and stick cards to my eyes.
Yeah,
yeah,
that
facts.
works. Corner first, by the way. I heard is most effective. But yeah.
Yeah. So I actually wanted to talk about who shuffles like that.
Oh boy, you
Yeah,
found me out.
the OG cardistry blog. Hell yeah.
Well, I mean, OG Cardistry
So
blog was Kuso, really.
the real question here is who shuffles like that?
We do is the answer.
Hell yeah, we do.
Yeah,
So yeah, why did that came up to be, and why did you shut it down?
so, big reveal. I'm the mastermind behind Who Shuffles Like That. Um, Who Shuffles Like That was directly inspired by CardistryCon 2015 because that was a monumental advance for cardistry to have that kind of platform and discourse for cardists to talk about important subjects to them and to get people to think about expanding the art, either through examples or demonstrations, right? And I struck up friendships with pretty much everyone who attended the con. And when I got back to normal life after, visiting New York, there's a kind of period that happens after any major convention where you get like post-con depression, right? Where you're just like, well, this is the real world now. Not as exciting as it was during that 3-day weekend, but what can you do? So I wanted to continue that vibe, and one of the ways that I thought of doing that was to have a blog with a different cardist posting every week. And I started a Facebook group and invited a lot of the personalities from from the New York con, as well as some other people who, like Chris Hessness, right? He was the one who started off the blog, actually. People who I'd known for a while who were still in the cardistry scene, and just asked them, like, we have this platform that we're doing, and would you be interested in contributing, like anything if you want, any thoughts that you have about this? And I got a decent, like maybe half year out of it before I kind of reached a sputtering point where it kind of ran dry. And near the end, after all the wonderful contributions, I was like, well, I think that anything after this is just going to kind of sully or water down what we have. I don't want to force it. So I ended up just not uh, working on it after that period. Um, but the post that we did get influenced a lot of people. I know there's a lot of people who referred to Chris Everson's essay about blue seal decks,
Oh yeah,
comfy
today
cardistry. Yeah,
I still see and reference that essay when I'm purchasing blue seals. Yeah, yeah.
Oh yeah, with the numbers and everything. So cool. Like you did so much research and you did a great job doing that. Like it was amazing to see people express themselves through the medium. Like we had Nikolai post that article about comfy cardistry, which ended up becoming a very popular idea and term in the community. Um, I actually at one point had drafts from Dimitri and Aviv, I think, for Who Shuffles Like That, but they ended up expanding those, and Dimitri ended up releasing his thoughts as a whole book. Hold my head, hold my brain, I'm shuffling, and Aviv, ended up doing his own thing with what he'd written and expanding upon that in a way that I hope we'll get to see in the upcoming years. Yeah, Patrick had a great article too about style, and Kenneth had a good article about community. And even though the website isn't up anymore, sometimes I go back to the archives on the internet, Wayback Machine, and check out what people had written back then. I really should have kept the domain up because now it's all dead links on Facebook and Instagram. But it was good while it lasted. Good half year and so on.
Yeah. Like that was iconic. To be honest, that's one of the most iconic moments and blogs in the community. To be honest, and I know you're starting a new one, but you already started a new one. Still like a cardist blog.
Yeah,
that it's fun to read. Like I have read some articles in there. It's really cool that you have guests doing interviews and stuff like that.
Oh yeah, the Carter one that Biz did was really good.
Yeah, so not everything is on you, so you do not get burned out that fast. That's something really cool.
I had initially aimed to do weekly posts, and I did do that for a while with Steel Like a Cardist, but over time I just focused less on that and more on other things, and it kind of fell to the wayside. But I just recently renewed my hosting plan for Steel Like a Cardist because I want to be an avenue, an option, an outlet for any thoughts that I have in the future.
Yeah, I think sometimes too.
Yeah, because what was I going to say? Oh, by the way, I want to give a great shout out to Humans of Cardistry because I think that they're doing what I had set out for Who Shuffles Like That to do, but in a much more palatable format now.
No, I do not condone that shout out. I do not, because those motherfuckers fucking told me they were going to interview me, and I'm still waiting. Where the fuck is my article?
Oh, you haven't written anything though, right? They said they were going to interview you.
Yeah, they say we are going to interview you. That was fucking 5 months ago.
Bet you want that clout.
I want that clout. I'm a clout goblin, like Caroline Raven.
Jesus.
Yeah, I really like. I mean, might be my inner nerd, but I really like reading the OG research articles, stuff from this guy. What is his name? His name is Chris Kenner.
Chris Kenner?
Is he the one with the? He has an online shop as well. It's not
the symbol. Chris Kenner?
No, Canadian guy.
Lee Asher?
Chris Everson.
Lee Asher, there we go. That's the guy.
That's a big leap from Chris Kenner to Lee Asher.
Chris Kenner, Lee Asher.
I'm just thinking, old guy, been places for a long time. Gotta be Chris Kenner, but then no, it's Lee Asher. There we go.
Ricky J.
Oh God, rest in peace.
Yeah, rest in peace.
Yeah.
But yeah, what are you saying about Humans of Cardistry? Because before I got triggered.
I think that they're doing what I meant for Who Shuffles Like That, but in a much more streamlined and accessible format now. Because with like, I've done Who Shuffles and Steal Like a Cardist, and sometimes it's hard to get people to click over to where you want to lead them to, because they got to leave their scrolling platform to go onto your thing and invest a good 5 to 10 minutes reading whatever you've written. It's a gamble. But for Humans of Cardistry, it's right there. You can swipe to the left and read what they've posted, and they. It's also interesting how it's not always the heavy hitters. I think that for me, for Who Shuffles, and for when I was organizing the con, you always put the priority on people who have like great influence on the community, or at least people who have very strong ideas. And it's not to say that Humans of Cardistry has like watered that down, but they've been able to democratize that kind of accessible platform to make it so that you hear from people that you maybe might not have thought about having a strong opinion on cardistry. There's a lot of people who I didn't know who've been featured, and they've had great opinions on there.
and
That
and and sadly, I'm not featured in CardistryCon or Humans of Cardistry, so that's how irrelevant I am.
well, you were on it. What was the Mexican one called
Yeah,
again?
the
CXCX.
Mexican one. Yeah, nah, nobody cares about that one, bro.
Kimbara AFC.
Nobody cares
CCMX.
about that one. No, AMCM, something
That's
like
what
the
it was.
movie
AMC.
theater. Yeah,
All right. Yeah. Yeah.
but I want that clout, the clout pill. Yeah, but yeah, you can go on with your thought. Sorry about that again. Got
Oh no,
triggered.
I'm done with my thought. I just
Oh,
wanted to.
okay. Yeah, but I can relate to you about like doing the weekly thing because for a long time I used to do like one photo every day. Then I got burned out. I took a break. Then I tried to do one photo every week. Got burnt out. Quit again. And then I went into doing the magazine. Yeah, the plan for the magazine was doing one issue every month. But you know how that turned out. I just
Yeah.
have two issues right now. And one of them was because of charity. So yeah, so I think that it's cool that you are taking your time with everything you are doing because getting burned out is the worst feeling ever because you're like, why can I not create as I used to?
Yeah, I just watched a movie last night with my girlfriend that kind of represented that. Like, have you guys seen Kiki's Delivery Service by Hayao Miyazaki?
I
No,
have not, unfortunately.
It's a
I'm an otaku. I only watch anime.
it is an anime. It's
Oh, okay.
about a young witch who goes to another town to learn how to become better at being a witch. And there's like a part in the movie where she starts to like lose her powers, kind of like Spider-Man and Spider-Man 2. And it's kind of relatable because with burnout, you are good or at least passionate about something for a long period of time, and then all of a sudden, whether it's gradual or like instantaneous, you just kind of lose interest in it, and that's an awful feeling. There's actually a term called anhedonia, and it describes the feeling of not enjoying the things that used to make you happy, which is very sad. But I think a lot of people who've touched on this say that one of the best things you can do is just to take a break from it and come back when you're ready. And
Yeah,
so, like my attitude now with things like even Steal Like a Cardist, or whether it's like Instagram posts or putting out something, is that I don't rush it anymore. When you publish stuff on the internet, barring any kind of like website being down because they forgot to pay hosting, or if it gets deleted or taken down, it's going to be up there forever. And, people who look back on our output online, the gaps between when these things came out that do not matter to them, right? Because when we experienced Yang Chang's output between 2017 up until last year, we got to see it in bursts, whether it was through his competition videos or his parts in like one of the Orbit jams, or when he was featured by Cardistry Touch with Lunzi during the Circle. But now you can watch all of that in one shot, like when you go and look up his name on YouTube, or Youku, Baidu, or sorry, not Baidu, or Bilibili, I think that's what it is, or Shivraj's tribute video that he made. So I think that there's something to be said about like not having to be too urgent about always engaging with the community all the time, because you're not the only one contributing. There's always going to be other people who, are also stepping the game up and making advancements and doing experiments with things. Like, it has been, I think, uh, let's see, the last Noel video was Uno, right? That
Yeah.
premiered at the 2019 con, and we haven't seen anything from him
And
then. And
streets are starving for the new Null for real.
what's that?
Streets are starving for new Null content.
I know,
We
right? And
need
so
it.
for us, it's been going on 2 years since we've seen fresh content from Noel. But we've got Heath cards on the horizon, and that's going to be
Yes.
fire because I expect nothing less of him.
Yes.
And for us right now experiencing that, these 2 years have been like a big dearth in terms of material from Noel. But for people in the future looking back, they can just go from uh, the Black Fontaine trailer to the Fontaine fam to his involvement with anyone later down the line, XCM, Turbo, Uno, all that, Ace, right? And
Yep.
they'll be none the wiser. So
But there is a big difference between someone like Noel, that is an icon in the community. Like, he's seen by many as the greatest. There's a big difference between Noel and like the dude that has like 3K followers that fell off or something like that. Definitely not talking about myself. Definitely that fell off out of nowhere. And then like he's trying to get back into his game. Yes, there's a difference between someone that is already well known and someone that is low key known. You know, because
Yeah.
definitely not talking about myself.
Yep.
Like big names know me, but normal people do not know me. If you go to my follows, you can see that people like Noel, you, Patrick Barnabas, even Chris Ramsey follows me, but not that many people follow me. That's the difference between mere humans as myself and gods like
mere
Noel.
mortals, mere mortals.
Yeah, mere mortals as myself and gods like Noel.
Yeah, it also reminds me that in the cardistry sphere, we're operating on like a different plane than the magic sphere, because you have people like obviously Chris Ramsey who does videos about cardistry, magic, and puzzles, and so that covers a lot of ground. And also the magic community is bigger, so I think that with um, the way that a lot of Noel's content is very accessible and not so much um, like I think that if you are a cardist, you're much more able to appreciate like packet cuts. But I think that for laymen, they definitely vibe more with things that are very thematically strong and distinct from each other. And so I think that's why Noel has the wide appeal that he does, because his content and his material is always so like striking and visual and memorable and iconic. Um, and yeah, like I've experienced that kind of disparity too, because I have 20.5K followers on Instagram on my Visual Madness
Something like
account, and Momentum has like 1,500. So I've had to kind of relearn what it is to engage with the community and build a
But
fan base.
I think that your engagement in Momentum is better than the engagement in your main account.
Okay.
Yeah, because in Momentum you post a lot, and that creates engagement with people. Or in your main, you barely post. That's the
Yeah,
thing.
I have not posted in a good while, and it's usually sometimes it's either like shout outs or it's like, hey, here's someone I've met. Um, like there was a period of time when I was with the Verts where I would post just kind of fun nonsense every now and then, and it was really entertaining to do that. But I haven't really felt like stepping up to post for its own sake in a good while. I think that it just isn't a priority for me anymore. But I wouldn't mind getting back into it. I think it would be nice. I just have to feel it out and reconsider my priorities, I suppose.
But I mean, you're doing fine right now, so it's.
Yeah, I've devolved into a lurker on Instagram.
I mean, fair. So actually, talking about the birds, how was working with the birds? Like, was it good, fun,
The
and
Verts
what
are
happened to the birds?
the
Yeah.
Verts are perfectionists through and through, and that's their greatest asset, but also their strongest flaw. Um, I really like the P1s, but I don't think it's a deck that is a 3-year deck, if that makes any sense. I don't think it should have taken 3 years for this to come out. And I
Yeah,
do
I feel you.
understand that there's been like delays because of the pandemic and whatnot.
Like,
But
actually, that was going to be my next question. What do you think about Phase 2?
I guess we're in phase 2 now, huh? We're in the end
Hey,
game
hell
now.
yeah. Yeah.
I love working with the Verts. They're a delight. They're awesome people. They're good friends, great teammates, and they have such high standards that in working with them, they really push you to be the best at what you do. And it started off as just a fun thing. And I mean, it was always fun, but we never thought it would be what it became. And I have to give props to Huron for being such a incredible marketing genius and an all around like really smart guy, an empathetic dude as well. He's always great to talk to. And
Oh,
Darren,
nice.
Darren is a machine, right? Like anything that he puts his hands to just comes out beautifully. Like, and he's no stranger to playing the long game, which is probably uh, inadvertently related to what I said earlier about like gaps between when you put stuff out. Because the same way that there's been like a 2-year gap for Noel, there's like a 3-year gap for the Verts. But when you look back on it, that time will just disappear. Um,
I thought you meant shafts. But yeah.
what's that?
When you said the long game, I thought you meant shafts. But okay, like.
Oh,
But yeah,
yeah.
I get it. Yeah,
My dad taught
and
me the
like
long game.
the long game. Yeah, the tripod over there. Adrian, the tripod. But yeah, I actually wanted to talk about the iconic. This is like the god tier. This is the Kratos of Birds videos. The SS14. Oh my god, that opening line, like, what's the best deck for Cardistry?
That's my voice.
The one that was made for it. Oh my god,
The one that
I'm
was
calming. I'm calming as I think about that, bro.
Yeah.
So iconic, bro. Like even to this day, I still remember. I still every time I watch it, I feel like it's the first time watching it. That deck was god tier. The best Birds deck and Birds colorway. For real.
Paperless podcast is going to need some tissues. So this episode has been proudly sponsored by Kleenex.
Kleenex,
Yay!
yeah.
Are those sad tissues or happy tissues?
I was happy, but then
I was sad, yeah. But yeah,
Anyways.
that deck is iconic. It's the only burst deck I have, like 2 bricks. I think I already told you why I have 2 bricks. I ordered 1 brick, then it got lost. Then I sent a message to the Burst customer service, and you replied.
Yeah.
With, okay, we are sending you another brick. And I was like, okay, fair enough. Then the brick arrived. Then the brick they lost arrived. And I was like, no, what do I do with this? Should I tell them? Or should I keep it?
Yes.
I ended up keeping it, so yeah. I
No
owe
problem with
you. I owe you like what was the brick, like $80, something like that.
Something like that, yeah.
So I owe you $80.
$80 for a brick of cards. Imagine that nowadays.
Instant cup money. Like I said in the last podcast, if a deck is $9, instant cup. Yeah, because 15 is too much. Well, at
Yeah,
least
like
in my opinion, it's too
ever
much.
since anyone, the prices of cards have been rising over the past few years, and I understand that there's hype culture as well as them having to support like at points like 2 or 3 members. But I miss the days where you could just go and pick up a pack of Blue Seal Tally Hos for like $5 a deck.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
like Zach, I remember he posted, yeah, I'm done making decks $20. Even collapse $20. I'm doing $15 on the decks. Then motherfucking came out with Kogans at 20 or 25, something like that. It's like, you a fucking bitch. Yeah, for
You
real.
know what I
like,
found interesting is that my friend went to the A1 space, like the pop-up store.
Oh, in Denmark?
Yeah, yeah. He's from Denmark, so he's in Copenhagen. He just swung by. He said Nikolai was the more bubbly and outgoing sort of
Oh,
person, and Tobias
for
was
sure.
more reserved and chill. Which I thought it would be the other way, but
No, Nikolai is
that's
super
besides the
friendly.
point.
Like both Nikolai and Oliver stayed over at my place in Singapore when I was still living there at different times. And I think out of the trio, as in Nikolai, Oliver, and Tobias, Nikolai is the most friendly and relatable one. And I
Yeah.
reckon that has to do with he spent time being like a skiing instructor.
Oh wow, really? That's cool.
Yeah, in Tokyo, and yeah,
Really, that's so cool.
he's a very mirthful guy. Like I enjoyed spending time
Yeah.
with him.
I'd like to get into more anyone backstory lore some other time, but my original point was that at the pop up they were selling decks for like we all know standard retail for anyone is 18. They were selling them for 20, and then the
Oh,
show 20 or 25 something like that. And then
yeah,
on the online
because
drop they
of
were
tax.
just regular 18. No, but like retail was like that much, which is I
But
found
it's
interesting.
because of the European tax.
Yeah,
right, right.
Yeah, they get
all the
fucked with
shipping and
taxes.
stuff.
Yeah, yeah,
That's
yeah.
crazy.
Makes sense. But, yeah.
Yeah,
So, should we end up the episode
we
right
should.
now? Yeah,
It's been
it's
a
been a long time. Let me see how long it's been. Uh, let me write. Oh my god, it's been like almost 2 hours. Okay, this was
good job.
yeah, good
Good luck
chat.
editing. But yeah,
I'm
good
not.
talk.
I'm legit not editing shit. I do not care what we said. I'm not editing shit. I'm too lazy for that. So yeah,
Yeah,
if you are still hearing this, good
shout
luck
out to
with this
you.
episode. Shout out to you. I was going to say shoot to you, but no. Shout out to you.
Even if you had it as background noise, your ears probably got like a dog. They get pointy. They hopefully there's a couple things you enjoyed. And I
Good
mean,
chats. Good
yeah,
chefs.
for
Shout out
sure.
Sasha
Good
Grey.
chefs. Shout out
Yeah.
Sasha
Oh,
Grey
wait.
and
Before.
the Cloud Goblin of Caroline Raven.
Cloud Goblin, she's Goblin.
Before we end off, I just want to mention real quick.
Do
Kevin
not say
is
anything
not the only
racist, please.
cardist. No, not yet. Not in this one. But yeah, Kevin's not the only cardist to meet a famous porn star. Actually, I believe Frank from Block Playing Cards has met and performed cardistry for the one and only at Asa Akira.
Oh, for real?
Akira.
Wait, what?
Yeah,
That's
wild.
oh, bro.
there was like an Asian culture convention sort of thing, and she was there, and so was he. So my boy got to
I
meet the
want to see
real
that.
award-winning asshole Asa Akira.
Shout out assholes.
Time
Yeah.
for AVN takeover. A bunch of cardists go to the con, film a video, call it card porn. Done.
For real. Yo,
I already know.
if ABN is anytime made somewhere I can go, I will definitely do that. Live paperless podcast at ABN.
Yo, no
Yo.
pants at CC21.
Hell yeah. No shirts, no pants. You said elephant tongue, something like that.
Bring your tripod.
Yeah, I got
tripod.
You. I got you. You guys can take pictures with it.
All right, so who wants to close the episode, to wrap the episode
up? I just want to say to Emily, if you're listening to this, shouts out to you. I love you.
Oh.
Hey, name reveal.
Whoa, we got a name. Emily Slides? Oh? No,
Wait,
no,
what?
get out of here. Emily Slides 52, the one that made the light bulb?
Yeah, no, but I do not think.
No. Unless. Okay,
Oh,
good.
he said no, okay.
Yeah.
Alright,
Good taste. All right.
so thank you everyone for listening to this. I was going to say watching, but actually, funny fact, season 3 will be actually like video podcast. So hopefully we will have Kevin back for season 3 coming soon, wherever I feel like wrapping up season 2. But yeah, thank you everyone for listening. Those 153 people that listen to the podcast, I love you guys. You are the reason I keep doing this. Yeah, this episode was sponsored by NordVPN. No, just kidding. And Kleenex.
And Blue Chew.
Yeah,
and Red
Blue Chew.
Swastika Academy.
And Red Swastika Academy.
Oh my god, Red Swastika. Cool. What
and Red Shadow Legends and what else? MeUndies. Yeah, of course, MeUndies.
Yeah.
All
and
right.
by Momentum cards. All right.
Yeah. Actually, can we give? Oh no, you do not have any cards for sale right now. I was going to say, can you give a discount code, but no. You do not have any cards for sale right now.
I think there are some V3s still available on the Momentum.cards website. So
do you have any discount code?
www.momentum.card. No. Let me check something actually.
Hey, hold on. We're about to plug you all with some. So you get a discount.
It's I think it's still discounted at like 15 or.
Hey, there you go.
But you can get Momentum. You can get the Aerodynamics V3s for $15 at Momentum.cards.
That's cheap.
That's
really cheap. So shout out to Momentum. Shout out to Emily. Shout out to Caroline Raven. To Shin Lim.
Shout out my third leg.
Yeah, and shout out Adrian's third leg.
All right.
Okay, we out.
Peace.